Today on the video, I'm talking about the third silent skill. Today is the third one. The first and the second one, I'm going to drop the links right here as we go along. Go check them out. There are some skills that we need to have them to get the edge, but we do not spend enough time to, first of all, acknowledging the fact that these skills are necessary and then doing something about them to acquire them. So very few acknowledge, and from the very few, even a lesser number of people really spend the time to acquire these skills. They are not found in any schools. They are not being taught in any universities. They are there in books. They are there when you study some philosophers, some authors who have specialized in the space, but you get the idea. So today happens to be the third one, and today we're talking about resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is a skill. This is something that I learned very late in life. And today, when I consult with people, I force resourcefulness on them by creating scarcity. So if you have everything in your possession, but you are not able to create success, or you're not able to get to the goal that you are setting for yourself, and you're not able to somehow accomplish whatever you have set in your mind, then the chances are that, we got to take something out of you, and we create what is called an artificial, we remove the availability of resources, we create artificial scarcity, and then as you start to understand and as you start to bring yourself together, as you get closer to the goal, and once you accomplish a few goals, then we bring back the full resourcefulness. Okay, that's the concept behind this. Now, why is this important? Well, practically speaking, think about a project that you want to do without any budgets, or think about a business that you want to grow without connections, or without any access to funding, or without any access to employees or whatever. Has it ever happened that people did that? Yes. Do they do that today? Yes. And it's going to happen tomorrow. So there are going to be people who are going to show up without any resources and still going to do something, and they're going to get ahead from the rest of the masses who have everything else going for them. So why scarcity is important, and why? Well, there are few reasons. The first and foremost is scarcity builds creativity. I talked about creativity in the last few videos leading into this series also. But when resources dry up, imagination kicks in, and instead of spending money, and instead of trying to seek funding and things like that, you start digging deep into yourself and start connecting ideas, connecting your thoughts, and zooming in into ideas. Okay. I think on yesterday's video I talked about constraint thinking. When there are no resources available, then you got to prioritize whatever you have. You are limited by time, you're limited by money, you're limited by connections, and also you got to start prioritizing. And for your prioritization to work, you probably have to simplify also. And when these two things are going on well, you got to also innovate a little bit. So all these things happen because you are creating limitations. You're forcing yourself to only operate. You're acknowledging you don't have a lot, and this is all you have, and what can I do? So that leads to another bigger question in self-improvement, primarily in the productivity space. It leads to a question which is, what can I do with whatever I have, with whatever I already have? That's a very profound and a powerful question, which most people don't. If you talk to people, they tell you, I need this, I need that. They need crutches, and sometimes they do get them, sometimes they don't. When they don't, then they are shut down, they're aloof, they're removed, they're detached, they are not in the game mentally, physically. Once they get their crutch, they start to make some progress and make some headway, and then maybe they succeed, but most of the times it's not the case. So when you are resourceful, when you don't have anything, you will be resourceful when you are having. everything. So that mindset is important. And now this leads to another point, which is the unconventional problem solving. So resourcefulness, there is also this notion that when I have limited resources, I'm going to take some shortcuts. The answer is, there's research data to show now that people who are limited on resources do not take shortcuts. They are discovering new methods, new approaches, new angles to approach the problem, so whatever challenge they're trying to solve. So again, you learn to bend systems, you repurpose whatever tools you have, and you start to see hidden potential that otherwise was not visible to you. Okay. When this is done over a period of time, and the idea behind artificial scarcity is also important here, because when you create that, then when within an environment like this, you tend to become more efficient. So the key here is that you take this new learned efficiency and you convert that into a habit. Okay. You're trained by scarcity, you will start to operate lean, and you'll start to operate fast, and you continue to be lean and fast even after acquiring abundance. That's the secret here. Okay. If you look into the long term for this, the long term edge, there is a long term edge in all this, and I talked about that yesterday also, the long term edge. The edge here is that you stay adaptable, you stay frugal, you stay inventive at a time when others are freezing, others are stalled, others are clueless what they can do. Case in point, scarcity shapes you. It doesn't stop you. And this is where resourcefulness comes in as a skill that one has to develop. Case after case after case, it's proven now that the less you have, the sharp you think. And that mindset becomes a lifetime advantage. An idea for creating today's video was to bring in resourcefulness, as bring it to the forefront of your thinking, make it the dominant thought. And this is, I'm not saying that you don't know this, chances are you do. If you are following this channel and you watch these kind of videos, whether mine or somebody else's, I know you are aware of it, but the idea is to make it a dominant thought, and then acknowledge the fact that this is something that has to be really, really considered and taken into consideration, and you got to apply yourself to it. And this is a skill that's going to stay with you for a very, very long time, regardless whether you are in business or you are in a career or whatever this situation you are in. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Hopefully this was helpful. If it is, do me a favor, click that like button so I can reach a bunch of more people. And if you do subscribe to this channel, then I'm in front of you every day at this point. And my idea is to show up like this, without any filters, without any angles, just with my iPhone and just this microphone right here, and the car, sunlight being my light, and this car being my zone of Zen, or Zen zone, where I stay focused on you and try to bring the best from within myself. That's the idea, that's the goal. Hopefully this is something that speaks to you, and wherever you are, you be safe, and I'll be with you as early as tomorrow. Bye now.